Hello everyone, my name is KotuReview, and today I'll be counting down my top 10 Transformers of 2022. Of course, before we get started, there's the obligatory "this is my opinions" disclaimer. If you disagree with the placement or absence of a figure on this list, I kindly urge you to keep your mouth shut about it. Just kidding, you know I love you. At number 10 we have Velocitron Blur. Despite being a repaint and slight remold of the Studio Series figure, Velocitron Blur manages to take that admittedly boring original figure and splices things up with some sweet IDW stylings. The addition of new vehicle wheels, while they do hinder the arms a bit, make for a striking appearance in alt mode. And let's be honest, I think we're all glad that original head has been changed. I mean, ugh. Number 9 we have Springer from the Wreck and Roll collection. This triple threat has been repainted from his original Siege release into a decal more reminiscent of his original toy color scheme, whereas the original focused more on his appearance in the '86 movie. This may be a hot take, but I'm personally not a huge fan of his transformation. Things seem to clash and I can never really tell if I've got things properly lined up, but despite this, both of his alternate modes are really well done, and this figure should make a great addition to any Wreckers display. Coming in at number 8 is Generation Select's Tiger Trek, and there isn't really much to say about this figure that hasn't already been said countless times about the Sideswipe mold, but nevertheless it still makes for a fun and enjoyable experience with a smooth transformation and decent articulation. The yellow paint apps definitely make for an eye-catching look, and this thing stands out on any shelf, especially when paired up against other Diaclone bots. Making for our first Studio Series figure on the list, Sidewaves proves that even if you have only 20 seconds of screen time, you can still achieve greatness. This is a stunning deluxe. The silver paint is beautifully applied and the trademark greebles of Studio Series are perfectly sculpted, and despite how he may appear, he has great articulation and a surprisingly involved transformation. I highly recommend checking him out. For number 6, we have Studio Series Ratchet. It was really hard to choose only one figure from the Bumblebee lineup. I mean, they're all pretty much perfect, but Ratchet manages to edge past the others just enough to make the list. Much like Sideways, despite only having 20 seconds of screen time, Ratchet nonetheless is a stunning release. The red paint apps helped a lot to break up the trademark white, and his alt mode is a great envisioning of a Cybertronian ambulance van thingy. Yeah. Number 5 belongs to Red Cog. I missed out on the original release and man do I regret not picking it up. I've had so much fun with this thing. I mean, yeah, sure, parts forming bad, but like, I mean, is it though? I don't mind the transformation, it's honestly fine. I mean, I totally recommend getting Red Cog, even and especially if you already have the original. Not just due to the fact that he comes with weapons like the ass, but because 2 cogs is just, I mean, so much fun. And also, if you're one of the, like, 3.5 people with a Grand Maximus, this would go well with that, I think. I mean, it's red, so. Number 4 is gonna be controversial, but it's Legacy RC. Look, people are way too hard on this figure. Yes, it isn't entirely accurate to how she appeared in Prime, but honestly the design is still recognizable as an incarnation of that character. I mean, I guess the wheel legs are, I guess, a little bit inconvenient, but you can remove them if it hurts you that much. It's fine. She is fine. She is a great little toy. Number 3 was hard to choose. I adore the Legacy Stunticons, and it was honestly hard to pick one. But it's gonna be Wild Rider. Something about this guy just appeals to me, and that car mode. Wow, big car. I don't really have much to say about him other than I'm just sad that his place in my collection will be his Menosaur's calf. I'd love to have him properly displayed, but you know, combiners are fucking awesome, so. Coming in at number 2 is Studio Series Galvatron. This was one of my most anticipated releases for 2022, and he definitely did not disappoint. The sculpting and paint is incredible, the articulation is great, and while the transformation can be a little bit finicky at times, it results in a great looking truck. And yes, I don't mind the feet on the truck bed. I really don't mind at all. It's fine. Before we get to number 1, I want to list off a few honorable mentions. These are a few figures that, while I did enjoy them a lot, weren't able to make the list due to various reasons. And finally, at number 1, we have Studio Series Soundwave. What can I say about this thing? I mean, this is by far one of the best looking Studio Series releases ever. And yeah, his alt mode isn't exactly much of anything, but his bot mode is an absolute stunner. He feels weighty in all the right places, has amazing paint apps, and can pose like a beast. I could go on, but I think everyone's already praised this thing enough as to where you can get the gist of where I'm going. Studio Series Soundwave proves yet again that he is simply superior. And there we have it. We have reached the end of my awesome and factually correct list. I hope you enjoyed my right opinions on everything, and if you didn't, then see, I guess. I don't know. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave your praise-filled and or hate-filled essays in the comments below. See ya!